doing something that, I think we've all seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're going to do like an embracing diversity mukbang.
Alright.
So we're going to be like eating and talking about embracing diversity. And I think, Kim, you're going to like walk us through it. This is my first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, so much fun.
Same.
Alright, so let's start off, guys. What is diversity to you?
Diversity to me is being able to not only accept your own culture or your ethnicity, but able to learn about someone else's, seeing the differences, similarities, just so you can get to know people more and respect them and their culture.
Exactly. I really like that definition because that's really what that diversity means at Climate Forest. We have over 54 different countries, and it's amazing how we can all unite under one roof and be a big family and just achieve so much and support each other so much through all this.
And I'm just gonna piggyback off what you guys said because you guys said some really good stuff. When it comes to diversity, we always think of our races and our ethnicities and being like everyone at this table is a little different. Like even me and Medina are a little different.
Yeah.
But I think it goes a lot deeper than that. And we even talked about diversity through our endorsements here. And how we're all probably destined to go different places, but we're still able to like unite with that one foundation of we're all people at the end of the day. And I live by that saying, people. I don't remember.
Alright, have you guys ever experienced any bias within the community, like in the school, because of your culture or your race?
Actually, I haven't. I really feel like the core value embracing every diversity still holds true at Climate Forest because it doesn't matter whether you're Asian, Caucasian, Black, you're still gonna get treated by what you do and the effort you're putting into things. Like no matter whether this person you think this person likes Asians more than Black, so then you're gonna not necessarily want to associate yourself with that person. I feel like that's not how Climate Forest the environment is at our school.
Absolutely, because honestly, I feel like each of us are treated to think about it, we are 97% minority. So there's really it's not like the outside world where it's like, oh, you get this because you're that. So it's really here, I think we all get treated equally, and I think that's super awesome.
Okay, when it comes to experiencing bias, I guess I'm pretty fortunate. I guess we're all pretty fortunate to not have encountered anything like that. I've never been told I couldn't do something because I was Black or anything like that.
Jumping back off of that, do you think we've ever been excluded?
No, not at all.
I don't think so.
The only time I was ever excluded was not even pre-K, it was daycare. And they told me that they built the sport and they were like, sorry, you can't go in there because you're Black. And I was like, you're 4.
I feel even in we have a French honor society and a Hispanic Heritage Society and African American Culture Club. Within these societies, it doesn't matter really what color you are. You can be purple. We still work with you with open arms, and that's how I like our environment to be at KF is, and it's really awesome that it could be
because it's really not your skin color. It's really what your talents, what you bring to the table.
Yeah, it's basically your character and your actions, what you mean just off
your similarities.
You're judged together based off your character, not your color, and isn't that?
Yes. Oh, that's
we
based
like
off
that.
character, not color. Look at that.
Awesome. So guys, how have you seen embracing diversity? We've already talked about this. How have you seen embrace diversity within the 4 years? Because we're all seniors here. We're ready to graduate June 1st.
At 9 o'clock. And our GB there. Okay.
So how have you guys seen embracing diversity, throughout the 4 years here?
I'll kind of start off on that one. Let you guys get a chance to eat because I've been chowing down over here. Throughout the 4 years, can't lie, freshman year, came in, I was like, we're gonna change the world. I think I still have that mindset, not gonna lie. But when it comes to embracing diversity, I think we've all realized, and when I say we all, I mean this entire school has realized that diversity has a lot more to do than just with race and just with culture.
Absolutely.
And I think when we're talking about developing and how we've developed as people with character and how this school has developed with its culture and climate, that's one thing that really hits the nail. What's the thing?
Hits the nail on
the mallet?
No, it hits the nail on the head with the hammer. That's too long. It really hits the nail on the head. There you go.
But you get what I mean. And that's one thing that I think really sets us apart. And I think that's one thing when I'm talking about developing character.
I think something like how I've seen embracing diversity was, I think it's when I joined the Interact Club. Because you would think, oh, Interact, I mean, because I was Asian, I was like, oh, it's full of Asians. But when I came, it's like, it's not what I see. You know, I see so much ethnicities, and I've made so much friends with that group. That's such a great group to join. And although we're so different, and you know, we're different endorsements, we're different cultures and all that, we come together and we do these volunteer activities, and it's just like, oh my gosh, we did that together. We finished that, so I think that's really cool. How have you seen?
I'm kind of like the guilty party because I came from. So I did come my junior year, so I didn't have like the whole 4 years.
From
I had
where?
2. We're not gonna get into the ghetto, but I came from Westfield. But the climates are actually different. But we're gonna leave Westfield where Westfield stands. But how I've seen it here at Climb Forest will probably be this year. Because I'm one of the members of the African American Culture Club, and I'm one of the officers actually. And although it is called African American Culture Club, we have a Hispanic officer. So that yeah, we have. It's just really like we said earlier. It depends on what you do, what you can bring to the table. Just because you're black doesn't mean that we only accept black people to the club. Well, only black people can hold officer position. Nothing like that. Because really and truly, if a Caucasian person came in and they really had all the qualities, I would have voted for them too. As long as you're trying to have the same mission and envision the same goal that I'm trying to have. I mean, why not?
True. I really like that.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving to our last question. You know, after June 1st, after 9 a.m. graduation, how are we going to take embracing diversity, just taking all we've learned from our years here and bring it to like our careers, our colleges, you
Let
know?
me hit you with this over here.
Okay.
You ready? Okay. So I remember what I was trying to say earlier. My parents have kind of taught me that once people start treating people like people, the world will be like a much better place. And I'm a firm believer in that. And so when it comes to embracing diversity, I think everyone kind of knows I'm going to major in business and sports administration. And I don't know, sometimes when I'm looking at athletes, I'm like, that's not a person. Like, I'm sorry, you're too good to be a person. And so when it comes to embracing diversity, in my career, I haven't really fully figured that out yet. And I mean, I think that's okay. It's still part of the journey. But I know I still want to share that mission. I want to get that bias out of my head that athletes are people, because they are. And I want to treat them like people, make this world a better place somehow, some way.
Actually, really like that. And what about you, Medina?
I am attending an HBCU, which is a historically black college.
Okay.
And like we said earlier, like there's literally all races that go to HBCUs. Like I really don't want people to think, oh, it's a historically black college, only black kids can go there. That's just really where we really take pride in HBCUs about, because at the time that most of the HBCUs were solidified, we were going through the civil rights and we're going through stuff like that. That's the only reason why they're still recognized as HBCUs. But I literally just got done looking at the demographics for my college, which is Howard University in Washington. But we literally have Asians, we have Pacific Islanders, we have Caucasians. Like it's literally not just straight, it's HBCU, it's black people. So one of the things I actually was talking to my sponsor with the AACC about was I actually wanted to bring the African American culture from Climb Forest to Howard. So I'm trying to get that in the work so that we will have that tie. And we can actually get like some Howard like alumni to come down.
That would be
to
really
Climb,
good.
right?
But yeah, that's really good. I think for me, what I'm gonna take into college and this career is, definitely you always think like, oh, it's always the Caucasians that are at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
I think that, I've seen a lot of people start rising up, we can start with like, I think it was the Grammys or something, it wasn't just like all white people. So I think definitely we can bring more diversity into, just the corporates. We can also bring it to like the nonprofits. So
Yeah.
I could really see a lot of embracing diversity wherever I go, just wherever you bring it. And with like so much enthusiasm we have here for embracing diversity, and we've learned to respect it, and we've learned to like, this is what life is, loving people and accepting people.
Definitely.
If we can bring that out into our careers, and we can bring it to our future, imagine what the world would be like.
Honestly, are we changing the world?
I think we are. One video at a time.
Well, this wraps up our mukbang.
McBang Bond.
We'll figure out how to say that. Well, thank you guys so much. Remember to embrace diversity, and if you ever, these are great questions to ask. So just
Yeah.
ask away with your friends, and you never know what's gonna come up.